Good afternoon, children. So, this is the continuation of Control and Coordination chapter, part 2. So, let's start the lesson. So, coordination is the ability to use different parts of the plant together smoothly and efficiently. In plants, coordination is due to the result of a chemical system. Where in plant, hormones or phytohormones have a major role. So in plants, the coordination will take place due to hormones, so are also called phytohormones. So the hormones present in plants are called phytohormones. Very good. And see here the difference between plants and animals regarding control and coordination. So in plants, what happens? Control and coordination in plants is done by some chemical substances called plant hormones, so also called phytohormones. The movement of plant is done because of various environmental factors like gravity, touch, etc. So in the last lecture we have gone through the movement of plants like tropisms, okay, and what is about control and coordination in animals. The control and coordination in animals is done by nervous system and the hormonal system. So because of some hormones in our body, the control and coordination occurs. The nervous system along with the muscles control all the actions of the body. And phytohormones are chemical messengers. So hormones are chemical messengers. So in plants also hormones are chemical messengers that coordinate cellular activities. Okay, so there are two types. Okay, plant growth promoters, plant growth inhibitors. So the hormones which promotes the growth, so those hormones are called growth promoters. So plant growth inhibitors means which regulates the growth. So we will see in plant growth hormones, again there are three hormones, that is auxins, gibberellins and cytokinins. Okay, and in inhibitors means growth regulators, in that there are again two, abscisic acid and ethylene. So let us learn in detail. Auxins. Auxin is present in all parts of a plant, although in very different concentrations. Okay, so functions of auxins. It plays important role in a number of plant activities, including cell division and elongation, and promote flowering, and in tropism, phototropism and gravitropism. Okay, and prevent abscission of fruits and leaves. Abscission means shedding or dropping of fruits and leaves. So it prevents it. Okay, it prevents the shedding or dropping of fruits and leaves because of auxins. It happens, and it shows the fruit development also. Okay, it helps in fruit development. And apical dominance means it helps in growth of tips. Okay, shoot tips and root tips growth. It helps in that it is called apex growth. Okay, fine. Root initiation and development. Okay, fine. So here you can see auxin molecules are present in the tip of the shoot. Okay, so what happens here, when the sun is just above the stem, then the auxins are present at the tip of the shoot, and it helps in growth straight upwards. And when the sun is coming just side of the plant, then what happens, because of these auxins, it move towards sun. Because of auxins, because auxins help in cell elongation and cell division also. So due to that, the stem start growing towards sun. So that is the reason, see the tropism, because the phototropism and gravitropism, because of auxins, it helps in this tropisms also. Okay, fine. Let's move forward. Yes, the next hormone is gibberellin. So what is the use of this in plant? This is a hormone, right? Yeah. Family of hormones, over 100 different gibberellins identified. Okay. So what are the effects of this hormone? Stem elongation. So it helps in stem elongation, and it helps in fruit growth also, and it helps in seed germination. Okay. Next, cytokinin. So this is also what is this? Cytokinin is a growth hormone. Okay, it affects control of cell division. Okay, it controls the cell division and differentiation, and it enhances apical dominance. Enhances apical dominance means it shows the growth in the tips of the shoot and roots. Okay, fine. And this is abscisic acid. This is what? Growth regulator, means growth inhibitor. Okay, so what is the purpose of this abscisic acid in plant? It initiates closing stomata in water stressed plants. Means in some when any plant suffering with the lack of water, okay, then what happens, because of this abscisic acid, the stomata will be closed, then the water remains inside the plant. Okay, then the plant can survive for a long time. Okay, so, and one more is also there, that is induces and maintains dormancy in buds and seeds. Means what? It maintains dormancy in buds and seeds. Okay, fine. And abscission is also written in the short form as ABA. Okay, okay, fine. Next, this is one more growth inhibitor, that is ethylene. This is only growth regulator that is in the form of gas. Okay, and made by plants in stem nodes, ripe fruits and decaying leaves. So what happens with this ethylene helps in ripen the fruits and decaying leaves. Okay, because it is a growth regulator, growth inhibitor. Okay, and it promotes ripening of fruits, the fall of leaves. Okay, and flowers and fruits, and the aging of plant also. It shows the aging of the plants. And next, ethene stimulates the production of more ethene. Okay, so it produces more ethene because of stimulation. Okay, fine. See here, these are all the hormones here, this side. You can see left side. Okay, gibberellin, auxin, cytokinins, ethylene and abscisic acid. Here germination. In germination, gibberellin helps. Okay, and gibberellin helps growth to maturity, and flowering. In flowering also it helps, and fruit development it helps. And abscission. Abscission means what? Falling of fruits, leaves, it doesn't, that is not the work of the gibberellin. Okay, that is not the function. And this is seed dormancy. Seed dormancy also, that's not a function of gibberellin. So like this, you can go through this table. It is very helpful to you. Yes. So go through this video.
Signals from the environment. When the
1 minute.
related movement of plants will be even slower. As such, animal bodies also exhibit controlled directions to growth. Our arms and fingers grow in a certain direction, and not haphazardly. Controlled movements can be slow or fast. For fast responses, the information transfer has to be quick. Electrical impulses are an excellent means for that. But electrical impulses reach only those cells that are connected by nervous tissue, and not every cell in an animal body. Cells also cannot continually create and transmit electrical impulses. Instead, chemical communication is used. Stimulated cells release chemical compounds called hormones, which diffuse all around the cell. If other cells around have the means to detect this compound using receptors on their surfaces, then they would be able to recognize information and even transmit it. This is a slower process, but can potentially reach all cells regardless of nervous connections. Plants have various hormones which help to coordinate growth, development, and response to the environment. They are synthesized at places away from where they act and simply diffuse to the area of action. Let's consider the first example of the sensitive plant responding to touch. There aren't any nervous or muscle tissues to detect touch. So how do the leaves move in response? Like animals, plants also use an electrical chemical means to convey this information from cell to cell. That is why the point where a plant has been touched differs from the part that actually moves. Here is an example of the mimosa plant where chemicals and movement of water in plant cells control the movement of leaves. This movement is independent of growth. Again, like animals, plant cells must change shape in order for movement to happen. Instead of the specialized proteins found in animal muscle cells, plant cells change shape by changing the amount of water in them, resulting in swelling or shrinking, and therefore in changing shapes. This type of response is called nastic response. Unlike tropisms, movement in plants do not occur in the direction of the stimulus. Some other examples are the opening and closing of flowers and the movement of the Venus flytrap. Let's study the different types of plant hormones. Auxins. They are synthesized at the tip of their shoots and help the plant to grow. When one side of the plant is exposed to light, auxin diffuses towards the shady side of the shoot. This concentration of auxin stimulates the cells to grow longer on the side of the shoot which is away from light. Thus, the the plant appears to bend towards light. They also promote cell enlargement and cell differentiation in plants. Gibberellins. They help in the elongation of internode and play a role in the growth of the plant along with auxins. Cytokinins promote cell division. They are present in large numbers in areas of rapid cell division, such as fruits and seeds. They also promote the opening of the stomata. Plants also need signals to stop growing, and these are provided by the hormone abscisic acid, which inhibits growth. Its effects include the wilting of leaves and also promote the closing of the stomata.
Thank you for watching. Have a great day.